You're not there to fix them up. You're not there to make them happy. All of the things we've been talking about today. But you are there to experience your capacity to feel the love and abide with it forever. And control has nothing to do with it. Being able to have new evidence as a result of your love. Okay, we are going to take a break.
Okay, thank you. Would you go back to the part then about wanting to continue to feel the experience of loving that person?
When you manage to let go of an agenda around loving them, and you love them because there's nothing else you care to do, then you will see healing. You see? You don't love them because you want to heal them. You love them because you want to be on the beam. You want to be fulfilling your function. And your function is not to interfere with God's presence in you by having a private, personal agenda of your own. You can't heal someone by trying to heal them, but by being the presence of agenda-less love, healing will occur. It's like I told Paul in the beginning. It's as though there are speakers out on his front lawn. And in order to hear me and say what he hears me saying, he has to be at the microphone in the house. He can't ever go out to see if the speakers are working because he'll no longer be at the microphone. So he can't be with me for the purpose of being able to prove that the speakers work. You see, how others perceive it is irrelevant to him. It must be. And the effect of love must be irrelevant to you if love's work is going to work. You get it.
And may I ask your help in letting go of the agendas?
Of course.
Is there anything you can tell me right now about that?
Yes, be alert for ongoing indications of meddlesomeness. That will be very helpful and enlightening for you and will help you quickly release a lot of unnecessary this is me, Paul. It's like clutter underfoot that you could trip on.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. If you'll pass the microphone forward.
I just can't help but want to express that the drunk on the street is perfect because he's experiencing the bliss that he knows how. And as we look at him and see a separateness, then we run into problems with it. But when we feel our oneness with him, then it's okay for him to be there. Is that right?
You don't really know as, you can't really generalize like that, because one drunk you may need to help up and take elsewhere, and another one leave right where you see him. And so it's in the moment of being present with and committed to that one that you will find yourself knowing what is appropriate. What is not appropriate is to generalize and say, this one in the doorstep is obviously suffering and not where he's supposed to be. And yet, I know that your mother doesn't think you're where you're supposed to be, and you're healthy and you're not drunk. So whose opinion is going to govern? It isn't about opinions, and that's what you're saying. You're saying it's not appropriate to have an opinion about the drunk. And I was referring to the previous questioner's mother. Who is to decide that the drunk is worse off than the previous questioner's mother thinks she is? Each one is all right where he is. And the presence of love that acknowledges their integrity where they are allows for transformation to occur if transformation is appropriate. You see? But you can't just make a generalization and categorize drunks in the gutter, or daughters who aren't being what their mothers think they ought to be, and therefore she needs help. You can't make generalizations. You must be present with that one, and then you'll know what's appropriate, whether to bless them and walk on, or whatever is appropriate, you see? But to categorize them is confusing, because a drunk in the gutter may be in perfect alignment for his realization, just as perfect alignment for his realization as Paul is right here at this moment. Now we will take a break. Okay. Hands. The lady in the teal. Yes.
Thank you. My husband asked if I could ask a question on his behalf. He's written it out.
You may.
Hi, Raj. I am John Petrie. I have been listening to your tapes for quite a while, so I can't be there because of a bunch of little strokes. I am like paralyzed on my left side. It's like I feel half of me is in heaven, the other half is here on earth. The other day, 2 family members were in a serious fight. He wanted to come in to see his ex-wife and the kids. I had a serious talk with him. He is listening to what I had said. Or was it you who was there directing my thoughts? It was your words that were coming through too. I hope you were talking through me. Am I being transformed to the fourth dimension, the second person to do it? Or am I just learning how to be? It was and it feels I have succeeded in learning how to do. Could you talk a bit about on how to be, since that is all I can do with my side like dead? Well, almost dead. Could you comment on this? It doesn't feel like I'm in heaven here now. I will be looking forward to what you have to say about me. Is this world coming to the second coming? Am I going through this now? How can I end this stroke? Or can I? Please and thank you.
First of all, yes, I was with you when you were speaking. I am with you more often than you think. Now, I will tell you this. If there is one half of your body that is in heaven, it is the part that feels and that you can move and that works. Do not imagine that the other half has preceded you. And I encourage you to fully anticipate recovery of your capacity to feel and move the part of your body that you cannot at this moment. I want you to remember that here is the kingdom of heaven, even if you aren't seeing it fully, even if its fullness isn't registering with you. And here is where to experience your healing. Just a moment. I will be honest with you. You are not about to be the second person to be awake on this planet. But you are standing on the threshold of transformation, which you will call healing. I am so happy that you are in a position where it is difficult to do and easier to be, because you are availing yourself of the opportunity to be without the agenda of doing. You understand what I mean? And I will end by telling you this. There is no malfunction of the body. There is no symptom of the body. There is no capacity of the body that is not susceptible to healing. You are never at a point where full healing cannot be experienced. In other words, at every moment, you stand at the threshold of experiencing healing. Whether it's of a whole side of your body, or whether it's a mole on your hand that doesn't reflect the perfection of God. And this is true for you too. I encourage you to keep up the good work. And that's the end of the answer.
May I ask a question for myself now?
You may.
Thank you. I want to thank you, Raj, and Paul, and everyone that supports these tapes being made and the gatherings. I am deeply grateful. Thank you very much.
You are very welcome.
I'm wondering about, am I loving myself good enough? I think that I want to retire in 2 years, but my feeling is that I need to give to myself sooner. I'm in a situation where I own a 5-bedroom home and 5 acres, and it feels like it's all too much to take care of. Not too much. I don't want to do it anymore. That's basically where it's at.
Honesty
I want to go and have fun.
Honesty is the best policy.
And I work in a job that serves me well for right now, except that the continuous motion of using the same arm is really bothering me. And it feels like change is in the air. I spoke to you about putting my husband into a home. That hasn't occurred yet. I'm wondering when that's going to occur. It feels like sort of life is on hold, or am I holding it? Am I being impatient, or am I holding it back by not?
You are not holding it back, and there is some impatience, and you must say, "Thy will be done," and you must listen. You must be ready to move when the impulse comes. And I'm not talking about an emotional impulse. I'm talking about hearing the movement of God as it occurs in you. So I mean for you to listen more deeply than an impulse, an emotional impulse.
So I feel like a lot of...
The words are, wait on God. But that doesn't mean wait for a period of time. It means wait on God like a waitress would wait on you. Serve God by paying attention to God and His indication of when it is time to take the next step, whether it is to sell the house or quit the job or whatever.
So I feel a lot of my conversations with God happen more when I'm functioning around the house or wherever, just functioning, rather than when I'm quiet, because when I'm quiet, my mind just goes crazy with everything else.
Indeed, that is the way it works for you.
That's okay then?
Of course.
Okay.
Indeed. Don't assume that your connection and communion with God or the Holy Spirit is going to fit a format that someone else apparently is experiencing. And when you get the message, pay attention. Whether, Connie, it is a feeling and no words, or hearing while you're cleaning rather than doing a meditation, you see. I said love always finds a way to connect with you. So value the way the connection occurs with you, but continue to listen for a voice. And desire involvement with the guidance. Two-way street.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Hands? Right here.
Raj, hi.
Good afternoon.
I've been asked to get involved in something as regards a couple of members of my family who are having a little trouble with each other. Seems they were thrown together this summer by circumstance.
Ha, ha, ha.
And the one brother is wanting to get uninvolved, and the other doesn't seem to want to do that, or I've been told. And I've been asked to get involved, and I don't really feel like that can be done. And I was...
You must try, however.
I must.
You must. What you have to bring is what's needed, whether it's accepted or not. And what you have to bring is what will contribute most to resolution. And that is what is needed for the situation. What you need for yourself is the opening to involvement with your family as a brother. You need that experience. And they need you as a brother. It is not a situation for you to casually refuse to be involved in. You may not think that you know how to resolve the problem, but I will tell you that you do know how to be a brother, and as a result of involving yourself, you will have an even fuller experience of the meaning of brotherhood in down-to-earth, real terms. It will be very valuable for you. Don't resist it.
Thank you.
Guardedly, he says.
Well, while you were speaking, I just felt things relax. And I felt things smooth out in front of me. A lot. And I do thank you.
You're welcome. They are worth your time.
I know that. And there has not been an unwillingness on my part, except in this regard. There have been a lot of hornet's nests opened up in my family around very similar things. And there's been a lot of stinging. And therein lies a reluctance.
I understand.
I knew you would.
But they still deserve you. Okay. Hands. The lady in the black dress? Yes. The black sweater right here.
I have in the past several years had a lot of digestive kind of problems, and I've been to thousands of doctors, it feels like, and I had a million tests and nothing.
Did you say digestive?
Well, it's associated with eating. It's associated with the stomach and that kind of thing, and palpitations and things, but I get no definitive answers. I mean, the doctors just, they send me up from one horrific test after the other. Is there any point in continuing with this?
No.
Thank you.
And I encourage you to start loving your food. And I encourage you to begin to think of your food, no matter what its color or consistency, whether it's vegetable, animal, mineral, whatever, to realize that it's all energy. In fact, your body knows that because it recognizes it as energy. You could say it, and turns it into energy and benefits from the energy. What you need to know is that the food, the energy of the food, if you will, and the energy of your body are the same energy, because there's only one energy, the energy of spirit with a capital S, which is the substance of God. I want you to stop being afraid of the food, and I want you to stop being afraid of your body and what it will do relative to the food. Your fear is more disruptive than what you're eating. Your concern is more disruptive to your digestion and to the beating of your heart than what you are eating. Love your food and let your food love you. Love your body and let your body identify you perfectly. Dare to approach it this way. And I will help. You are welcome. Hands. The gentleman right here.
Okay, it's time.
Ass on the line.
Yep, most definitely. I don't want to control any longer.
Are you willing to be led?
I am, but what I'm hearing is really bringing up a lot.
It tends to do that, guidance does. Why? Because guidance moves you into the fuller experience of yourself instead of leaving you bound in a tiny space. And it leads to greater clarity. Now, continue. I'm going to interrupt you. It's one thing to say you don't want to be in control. But some of you think that you can let go of control and move into a neutral place where you do nothing. You either are going to be in control or you're going to be led. You're either going to say, "Thy will be done, Father," or you're still saying, "My will be done."